Okay, for the crown molding, we're going to flip the wall upside down on a workboard. We're going to note the direction of this molding. We'll do our reference marks, little arrows in here. Now, in the previous pieces, we've had a foundation where we could work against, such as butt that trim up to here. Now we don't. So what we're going to do, we easily could put a block in here and square cut a piece of molding and then do the miter right here. But if we blow the cut on the miter, this piece is trashed if it's too short. So to ensure that this is the proper size piece, we're going to intentionally leave it maybe a 1/4 inch oversize. And we're going to, from this area, we're going to cut our miter this way. And then to get the final size on this piece, we'll cut the opposite angle on this piece of wood, check the fits, do a cross cut on here somewhere, and then glue this piece in. It gives us a foundation for building off and laying the bigger piece in. This is one of the areas where you cheat and you don't cut your longer piece first, but you have to make sure you have enough. Okay, we'll place our side piece in position, get a nice corner there, hold that in place, and we'll scribe this and cut this to the proper length. Again, a job for wood glue and jet glue. Working upside down in these pieces has a real advantage. We have gravity working for us, as opposed to trying to hold a longer piece in position like this and get an accurate mark on this side. You know, this thing wants to flop around. Therefore, it's just really good, if it's possible, to use your workboard and gravity. As you see, nothing is moving around. It's not a problem holding it in place. You get an accurate scribe mark. And we can cut the next miter. As before, prior to gluing, we're going to check the fit. The left side looks very nice. This piece will show us if our right side is good. That's very nice. So we're going to glue the long piece in, refit the short piece, cut it off to the proper length. This will be wood glue and jet glue. Add a little bit of glue to the actual face of the miter. That'll just help hold things in place. And before I really push down, I'll fit all pieces. And once I'm satisfied with that, I'll apply pressure. Now there's a slight warp in the molding, but I think with the jet glue, that's going to set up very fast. It's going to hold it in position until that wood glue cures. This large piece of crown molding had a little bit of a warp in it. I introduced a little bit more of the jet glue along the seam. Both ends were springing out. Put some jet glue in there. Capillary action draws it into the joints, and then I just lightly clamped it in place. You can see the dark spots underneath the molding where that jet glue is introduced. Now this is perfectly okay to do on a piece like this because it's going to get painted, but it's going to also get covered up with the next piece of molding. You would not want to have this glue exposed like on a job where you have to paint this surface here, because this glue tends to resist the paint a bit. Final piece in position and scribe for the cross cut. We're going to mark our molding with our guide arrows. Like the first piece of crown, we're going to leave it intentionally longer, and we're going to cut the first miter there. Then the next move, we'll cut the opposite miter on the long piece. Okay, the first piece of molding, the foundation piece, is glued in. Now see, this piece is warped also, but not to worry. We will address that. You can see the warp in there. I'm pushing with one finger while I'm still getting an accurate scribe mark. And that's my outside miter right that way. Since we have determined that this piece of molding is a little bit sprung, we'll remedy that with a little extra jet glue on each end. First, the wood glue. Getting a little bit on the face of the miter. And a few drops of jet glue. And I'm going to concentrate a little bit more on either end here. Get a little bit on the actual miter. And if we're lucky, I can hold on to that long enough for that jet glue to grab.